What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of... it's your boy Cris here, doing a solo vid. I'm going to be reviewing Hobbs and Shaw. Which, I mean... That's all I gotta say, dude. That's the end of the video. Just kidding. But in honor of Hobbs and Shaw, I have my two special guests here. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham. See the bald head? Yeah. Basically the same person. Anyways, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, get the hell out of here. Run. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. Alright? So let's go ahead and jump right in. Right off the bat, I think there's been a lot of complaints on just the way the movie fits into the rest of the Fast and Furious franchise. I'm going to let you know it is a Fast and Furious movie. And why I say this is just how much over-the-top action there is and how much this movie doesn't make sense. In terms of just a random plot and just so much shit going on. There's just so much going on. Now, howbeit, this is probably one of the most entertaining Fast and Furious movies I've seen because although there is a lot of shit going on, it's a lot of awesome shit that's going on. I think The Rock did really well. Jason Statham did really well. Their chemistry is just really good, man. It's just that back and forth, and they know. It's almost like the characters are aware that they're, like, ridiculous, right? They're always poking fun of each other. It's like, man, you're just this big hunk of muscle. And it's like, you're just this freaking buff dude with an accent that really pisses me off. Like, it's just the way, it's just like brothers who are kind of, like, annoyed with each other. And they're, like, forced with each other to, like, work together even though they hate each other, right? So it's just, the chemistry is really good. And I think that's the only reason this movie works. Now, aside from the rest of the whole Fast and the Furious drama that's going on with the cast members, specifically The Rock beefing with Tyrese and Vin Diesel, I do think you should definitely go check out the movie if you can. Now, it's not a must, but if you can see it like in premium format, either IMAX if they offer it in Dolby. Unfortunately, I get to see it in Dolby because the Lion King's hogging all the Dolby theaters, which I don't know. Just stop. Enough with the Lion King, dog. But yeah, if you can check it out in like a premium format, it's really worth it. I think it's like the action, the sort of the cinematic sequences are crazy. Now, another high point of the movie is Idris Elba and Vanessa Kirby. First with Idris Elba. His villain is, although over the top and just makes no fucking sense for a Fast and Furious movie, he looks like he should be in a freaking Terminator / Marvel film, right? This guy's like some sort of superhuman, mechanically enhanced, like, super soldier. Although it's ridiculous, he did really cool. I think he was the one serious part to it, right? But at the same time, he was self-aware too. It's like, this is kind of ridiculous. Like, I'm the Black Superman, right? So that's, the movie pokes fun at itself a lot, which I think kind of brings it a little bit down in terms of, okay, this movie's not taking it too seriously, so, I can kind of enjoy it a little bit. It's not trying to, give you this more, like, this meaning behind the movie. It's just more of this is a fun little popcorn flick that we want you smiling the entire movie, right? So I think Idris Elba did really good with the material he was given. The choreography was really good. The fight scenes were nice. Vanessa Kirby is freaking amazing. She's gorgeous. She's really good at her acting. She kind of puts in all, like, she gives it her all, right? She's really good at working with what she's given. She wasn't given much, to be honest. She didn't have that many lines, but those little lines and interactions that she has with Jason Statham, who plays her brother in the movie, and The Rock, or just that chemistry is really good. Once again, this movie's really good with developing that chemistry between the characters, which keeps you interested, right? Because you can only watch a movie filled with explosions for so long, especially if you don't care about the characters, and you're just not gonna give a shit by the time you get to the middle of the plot, right? So, like, Transformers. That movie's literally just all explosions and fucking cars and robots talking, and you can give two shits about the characters, and then you leave the theater and you're just like, what the hell did I just watch? So, yeah, sorry, Mark Wahlberg, but, yeah, I think just the character development and just the chemistry did it really good. There were some really cool scenes, I think, specifically towards the middle of the film where they're saving Vanessa Kirby from Idris Elba's character, which I can't remember his name. It was on the tip of my tongue. But anyways, the sequence there where, like, they're driving the car and The Rock's driving, like, this 18-wheeler truck type shit, and they're doing, like, these crazy car stunts, which in the real world wouldn't happen. They're, like, defying the laws of physics and shit. Like, Jason Statham at one point is, like, riding up a pipe with, like, this ATV type, 4-wheeler type thing, and it's just crazy. Like, I think at one point too, like the Vanessa Kirby's character is like hanging out of the car. She wasn't wearing a damn seatbelt, which we all know if you don't click it, you get a ticket, dog. So I thought that was really funny because it's just they really defy physics a lot, man. And some of this shit's just over the top. Another scene that like made me bust out laughing in the theater is The Rock holding the helicopter with his bare hands. So he's like holding like the tow truck, and he's holding like the helicopter with the chain. And he's just like, ah! And it's like his shirt's about to rip because his muscles are so huge, and he looks really heroic. He's like the Black Captain America, and he's just like, and it's like, come on, man. There's no way in hell. I don't care how much you fucking bench, you ain't holding a helicopter like that, dude. So, like that. This movie's just really laughable at points, but you still kind of enjoy it. I think another thing that I liked a lot was the cameos. So you get a cameo from Ryan Reynolds, which is fucking hilarious. I am starting to believe that Ryan Reynolds is just Deadpool in real life. Like, that's just him. Like, that's his character. That's his persona, and he can't switch it off because it was literally like if Deadpool was in this movie interacting with The Rock, which is hilarious. There's even a scene where he has the same etching tattoo as The Rock, and I think he even released an Instagram picture of that, like poking fun out of it. So it's freaking hilarious. I think that was one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie. Another cool cameo in the movie is Kevin Hart, which, as you know, The Rock and Kevin Hart have this really cool friendship. So it's really, I want to say I wasn't surprised that he was in the movie, but the way he was introduced and the character that he plays caught me off guard because it's freaking hilarious. He plays like an air marshal, and he's like, hey, if you guys need a third member, dude, call me. Here's my number. Here's my email. Here's my pager. Here's my Facebook. Here's my mom's number in case you can't reach me. You just call my mom. My mom can always reach me, right? So it's fucking hilarious. So just those cameos alone, like, boosted the movie a lot for me. Other than that, the plot's a little stale. You don't get a lot of backstory for you get a little hint that Jason Statham and Idris Elba's characters had some history. They were working on a recon team together, and then there was some kind of disconnect where Jason Statham's like, oh, I don't want to be a bad guy. And it's just weird. There's not enough backstory to give you enough meaning to that relationship, right? So there's just some bad guy that eventually The Rock and Jason Statham kick their ass, and then that's it, right? But aside from that, it's not really linked to the greater Fast and Furious storyline. Like, there's no cameos from the original Fast and Furious cast. There's no Vin Diesel, no Michelle Rodriguez. None of those characters are even hinted at. The ending kind of teases that the villain, who's this like voice, it's always this voice right behind the radio or some shit, the mastermind behind the puppets, right, the puppeteer, who just kind of, I guess he knows Hobbs. You don't even know if it's a he, it just sounds like a distorted robotic voice, but there you can tell there's some history there, so they definitely set it up for a sequel. So I mean, there's room there. They can keep going with this, which obviously, I mean, that's what Universal does, right? They try to make a franchise out of everything. I think if you would have told me this like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that they were going to make a spin-off movie from the Fast and Furious franchise, which already feels like a spin-off fucking franchise anyways. Like, the fact that they've made it to 8 movies is just blowing my mind, but there's still more coming, right? So, all in all, the movie's entertaining. You should definitely go watch it if you can in premium format. If not, I would wait till it ends up on like some kind of streaming service or anything. It's not like a must to see. It's definitely a fun film. It's a perfect film for the summer if you're just looking to have a good time and just you enjoy action scenes and good fight scenes. But yeah, I think it was better than I expected because the trailers don't really set it up to. It just looks ridiculous. They put all the ridiculous shit. They made a trailer, right, for a blockbuster, but the movie does have some heart to it, and the acting's from Idris Elba and Vanessa Kirby, and just chemistry between them, as I stated before, it's really good, man. It makes the film really enjoyable. So yeah, I think for my score out of 10, I would give it a 6.5. Which, I mean, I know it sounds bad, 6.5, but honestly, before I went to go see the movie and I was sitting in the theater, I was like, man, this is gonna be a hard 3 or 4, just because I went in with like this negative attitude. I was like, man, this movie's gonna be stupid, which it wasn't as bad as I thought. So I think a 6.5 is really solid, specifically for a spin-off film to a franchise that I feel like it's already been going on too long. It's doing relatively well. Now, I know it's the lowest grossing movie in all the franchise, which that whole dilemma with Tyrese calling out The Rock about this. But who cares, man? It's still gonna make a shitload of money. I think it just opened overseas this week, so yeah, that's the review, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about Hobbs and Shaw. Are you looking forward to a sequel? What did you guys think about the cameos, Ryan Reynolds and Kevin Hart? And maybe, let me know in the comments of, who y'all's theory is on who the mastermind is. It seems like Hobbs knows them. They have a history. And maybe it's linked to the Fast and Furious movies, like the other franchise. Like the original cast. Maybe it's linked to Fast and Furious 8 or 9. I don't know which one's coming out. I already lost track. I think it's 8. No. I think it's 9. Yeah, part 9. So maybe it's linked to that. Let me know in the comments below your theories. I'm really interested to see that because I'm not invested in this franchise enough to know to make like a theory zone about it. But yeah, definitely let me know. And as always, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Later.